falls on a particular area and creates the linga, plus that another drop falls on another side and creates Sri Ganesh, exactly like the face. Now the ocean is the father and the Mother Earth is your mother. But when the Mother Earth becomes a mountain, she is called as the father. The reason is she at that height can catch the father on top of her head as snow or as rain. That is how a mother becomes the father. And so she can perform the complete function of a father and a mother. In that state only Gauri, the daughter of the mountains, conceived Sri Ganesha without the help of the Father, Immaculate. The purity of the snow is 100%, and that covers the Mother Earth, gives the formation of innocence. All the filth and dirt that goes into the ocean is clarified by the sun, which is also Sri Ganesh, and is brought on top of the hills and mountains to cover it. But to Ganesh, it is a big problem to exist in a country which doesn't worship it. It has no sense of respect. It is always aspired that they should climb over very egoistical ambitions of a low level and outward. When you see the mountains like this, the idea that should come into a good human being would be, "Oh God, I can see you in this sublime form. And how will I conquer my ignorance? How will I climb over my mountain of arrogance to look at you?" To a egoistical mind, the mountain is for the joy of the eyes, and the joy which is really not the joy, but is a kind of a pleasure for them to see. Their ego gets challenged and they want to climb on the mountain that we are higher than you. We had Himalayas for thousands and thousands of years in India. Nobody ever thought of climbing it. When the English came, they started doing it first time. Then the French, Portuguese, Spanish, all of them all did this, and the Indians were looking at them bewildered. What are they doing? Why do they want to climb the mountain? It's better to see them from distance and adore them than to climb over them to die. But this egoistical mind can go further, as in Switzerland it has gone, that they try to ski over these mountains, take the slopes to go down. They go down in any case. And they break their legs. I told one Sahajogi who wanted to come here for skiing, I said, "Don't go there. It's not allowed by Sahajoga." And he came back with broken legs. So every way, the games are also such that is just a satisfaction of the ego. I can understand small children going over a slide, but big old men moving like this for hours together, they have no other work to do. That shows they have no maturity of any kind. They are still stupid children playing with the snow. By all these doings, what happens? That the holy places become like cemeteries. Imagine, instead of putting flowers on Sri Ganesha, you are putting dead bodies on his body. And while skiing, putting those hard nails into the body of Sri Ganesh. It's true. There is no sense of respect. Perhaps we don't respect ourselves. We are not mature enough. The first thing that should happen that one folds his hands to Sri Ganesh and just sees those things. Just this should happen to all the Sahajogis. So the innocence has to be developed to have that respect. If you are not innocent, you cannot have respect. And in the innocence, you don't think you are the wisest of all and make everybody look like a fool. Nor do you laugh at others and make fun of them. Nor do you play games and put people down. But what I have seen even coming to Sahaja Yoga, this is the worst part of it. I have seen people who play games after coming to Sahaja. They gossip and say all kinds of wrong things, which I have never said before. There was so many kinds of things I hear that I am amazed how Sahajogis are such creators of gossips. Is this the way Ganesha would behave towards the mother? That thinking yourself to be great people, you say mother said so and this happened and that happened. Ego is anti-innocence. And that's why this kind of a nonsensical gossip people do, which I can't understand, so filthy, I just can't understand. Like there was one lady whom nobody would marry. And there was only one fellow who accepted to marry that woman. And that's how the marriage took place. Now this lady, or perhaps somebody who is like her, has spread stories that she was the most beautiful woman. Everybody wanted to marry her. Everybody raised their hands. I never asked people to raise their hands. It's not like that at all. When I heard it, I was shocked. This woman, nobody wanted to marry her. There are all kinds of things that you have got from your past. And you must try to get out of it. Otherwise, you cannot rise high. A person who is not innocent cannot worship Shri Ganesh. In his right hand, he has got a parsha. You must know that. A terrible instrument, you see, with one stroke, he takes out your head like guillotine it is. Those who are not innocent play games, try tricks, gossip, indulge in filth. He cuts them off. Innocence is a very sharp thing. It does not have any compromise, which you can see in the life of Christ. With his trunk, he throws people left and right and throws them out. He sees for a while, and if people remain still half-baked, they are thrown out of Sahaja Yoga. No one should think that you have got realization. You can be in the Sahaja Yoga if you do not take to innocence. Innocence gives you complete sincerity. And Ganesha is the judge. And he is the one who throws you out of the periphery like a tangent. You get out of Sahaja Yoga. And when you get out of Sahaja Yoga, you start going down and down and down. And then you may develop horrible diseases of the Muladhara. Those who are hit by him are the worst. If you have come near him, be careful. Face yourself, see yourself, note yourself. Another thing they told me that some people think that they are great Sahajogis who contribute nothing to Sahaja Yoga but headaches. If some saint Sahajogi starts telling the other Sahajogi about something sensible, this fellow puts up his right Vishuddhi, pressing it hard on him to show that you are talking because your Vishuddhi, right Vishuddhi is catchy. Very cunning. You are not to play games because you are harming yourself. I am telling you now. Those who think they can play with the loopholes must know that there's a loop round their neck. Like the fallen angels, you'll go to the greater heights or depths of Maya. So try to be honest to yourself. Any nation has any problem, any sins they have been committing or have committed before, should not be anymore a tag with you. If a country has been cunning, then you should be innocent. If you are coming from a foxy clan, you have to be innocent. Like you are coming from a Thagari clan, then you have to be extremely astute. If you are coming from the romantic clan, you have to be extremely pure. You have to be juxtaposition of whatever sins we are suffering from. If you are the light in the darkness, you have to be brilliant and not dark. And you have to give light in the darkness to the dark, not to take dark upon yourself. So, if you really feel that the past of your country has been such and such, you better study it and know for yourself that you have to be just different. Some are comfort loving, they should get out of that. Some are pleasure loving, they should get out of that. Some are tempted with women and men and drinking and all that, you should completely give up and come out of it. There are deeper sins we have of cunningness, of